Welcome to, I think, I have no idea what episode, but yeah, whatever episode we're on. Welcome back. We're going to start off today with some, pretty good stuff going on. So last time we saw the war kick off, France was fallen, Britain is doing a naval invasion, and the green team is kind of holding their own right now. Yeah. So now we're gonna go into Russia. How's Russia doing? Well, surprisingly, pretty good. Russia is using a lot of manpower here. They're pushing mostly over here. Russia is right outside the capital already. Push was very successful. Was very successful due to, they didn't expect this. So they're getting slammed into the gutter by this. Yeah, Russia's doing pretty good on this front. So Russia is currently doing really good over there. So now, India, you're on the chopping block. The purple team is here, well, whatever you want to call them. Arabia, I don't know what you want to call it. Make sure it's not the same color. These two are to a singular country. Okay. These guys, their government just, as long as they're just all one big territory here. This just happens. Then I go back to. Yeah, there's a lot of manpower coming in. India fell very fast. And India is going to jump them as well. As they're on the Russian team, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, the Mesopotamians are, attacking Russia. Well, they're at war. It's before, now they're at war. Yeah, this actually falls with the Spirits after this incident. It's a new country. And yeah, they break away. And there's a civil war. Civil War is here. And yeah, we'll come back to that later. So, yeah, China is doing pretty good down here. Well, there's France and these guys, but there's no conflicts really down here. No, this is naval battles, but no one's budging. So that's kind of a good thing. Alright. Over here to the Civil War. Good news. They're doing pretty good over here. Well, this country's doing pretty good. But bad news. I need to find the client. Oh, here it is. There also. They got this land. Yeah, they got off this land. That was actually too far in front. Alright, we're going over here to your favorite country. Because these guys are going to be like... Alright. A plan is now right in motion. And now the green team is going from the north. Okay. This off, which they're doing it very fast. And from the same color. From the south. These guys are coming in. And this country, the purple country here. I forgot what I called it. We'll figure it out soon. Yeah, they're also here. So they're steamrolling. This is both their troops combined. Because, India's fallen. And they managed to steamroll that. And they're kind of like allies at this point, even though they won't run as rivals. The purple team is going to give the green team occupied land over here because it's closer to them than, they don't really want this. It's easier. A bit more pushing over here, but down here it's coming down. They're steamrolling this area. The black team is like, oh boy. They even lose most of them over here. And now the green team is coming in full force. These guys over here are going to give up their land to push over here because I don't really want to occupy it. And yeah, the steamrolling's coming. Massive sweeping campaign commences. Actually, I probably should use that color because it's the same one. I haven't used this green. Yeah, massive sweeping campaign. Until here. They don't enter the territory of the black team, but they're holding their own. And the liberation of this country over here. Well, I don't know if it's liberation, but I'm pretty sure it is. Rome is, I'll activate this, and Rome is put back here. Well, that's just being occupied for now. So yeah, that is reestablished, and they are just not in the war. They're just not in the war. The Green just did that. The Brown King can't. The hell has to declare war on him again. That is kind of not allowed in a war, but Green doesn't really care. Yeah. Uh-oh. This is not good news. They broke the front line down south. And yeah. This country fell. And so does this country. Even their islands get taken. They surrender. And, well, these guys are gonna get steamrolled next. Yeah, they're putting... This is why they're losing on all fronts. They're putting everything into Spain to clear out a front. Because they're the strongest, well, the third strongest in the world at the moment. Green team is number 4. Russia would be number 5, I'm pretty sure. And India, one last line in Civil War, 6. So yeah. There's an overthrowing in this country. Oh, this is going on. The black team over here. And they officially start their freedom campaign, taking over, well, this neighbor. And then officially joined the black team. So yeah, over here everything's... Yeah, this is all happening. That's what they were promised. Those guys. These guys just get steamrolled. They're saving the black team, the red team for last. Their capital falls, and this is the last port of resistance in Spain. Spain is falling. And we see the fall of the Spanish Peninsula. The world is, well, this is not good. But they don't want to lose another ally, the Black Team. No. So, going to occupy this ally for now. They're gonna take him over. And they're gonna take over their neighbor. This south. And their claims. Well, these countries feel betrayed, but now they're being oppressed. It's, most violent country in the world that nobody really likes, unless you're like itself. So yeah, Spain's under the Black Team's control, and yeah, troops are coming back up. The Green Team knows this, so an offensive is on its way. It's their capital. Their capital. They want their capital back. The capital is right here. Green Team there's a massive offensive with the help of, well, the Purple Team, or Mesopotamia, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. They even, push out mostly out of their territory. But the Black Team now has a counter offensive. They're not going to take their territory back. They're going to go get more territory. Yeah, they're going to immediately attack up here. Take out. Yeah, this is not good. They steamroll Denmark. Doing the islands. Why they're doing this, well, if you see on the screen, they're approaching the capital. Luckily, they're stopped here for now, but they continue to advance slowly. So, indecision. These islands are abandoned. And now Norway is kind of suffering here. As they're cut off from the rest of the green country. So, yeah, things aren't going so well for the green country at the moment. But they're using all their manpower up for this. So there is a tiny bit more advance by Britain. Tiny means still not the biggest thing in the world, but yeah. And this war is very violent. It's a real country versus the radicals. Africa is currently clear of basically the war. So yeah. Back down to our Civil War update. We're having two this episode. That happens. But this happens. And over here in our civil war over here. The green team starting to overwhelm the front. Yeah, it's not looking too good. The other team, well, the other team is still at war with, like, everybody. So the government just collapses. Now, two new countries are formed. So yeah. As per pink team, nothing's happened to you this video. But soon. Yeah. No movement on these borders. They're just chilling. There's not really much going on over here in China. China's prepping for defenses. They kind of feel like they're mostly defending themselves at the moment. The only one they're trying, well, most they're gonna probably try to play India, get them out of the war. Africa is. So we have literally like two countries in Europe. They're jumping everybody. Back to Russia. Russia is still dominating this front line. Yeah. Their Finland part starts to collapse heavily. And the government is basically falling apart. There's no rebellions as well. From fighting the war, they don't want to lose. Because if there's rebellions, they already know they're going to lose, and they lose a ton of land. It's Russia, so they're fighting against their will. So there's no government here. Just people that are repressing Russia. Russia is advancing still. And their atrocities are really bad. They're going to continue on to advance on this front as well. So Russia's doing pretty good against the country. The country is, yeah, it's getting smoked right now. So Russia, a bit confident at the moment. We'll decide. Well, would you decide to invade? You decide to invade. Well, this whatever this country is. With max speed. Because they're like the Napoleon. This is like, if you didn't notice, this is the Napoleonic Wars, basically. This is what's happening. That's where we are. It's the Great Rebellion, the Napoleonic Wars. But yeah, Russia is, yeah, they're smoking. They got an amazing general here, and yet they're smoking everybody. But yeah, the purple team now has a front with Russia. Will be having a front with Russia. But yeah. Russia gonna do the first thing that comes to mind and just try to steamroll them. Put up a front for now. The pink team even gets involved. It puts up another front. Here, over here. So yeah. So yeah, the world is not the greatest at the moment, but trust me, it's getting worse. I should know it's only like front lines, so we'll come back to them as they're gonna be doing some stuff. So, China. Yeah, they're gonna be doing some breakthroughs today, so that's nice. Or not nice, depending on whose side you're on. Yeah, they're pushing everything they got. Because they haven't done anything in the war, basically. And they're like the second most strongest country in the world. So yeah, they're pushing on India. They broke through, and now India's looking like it's being cooked. Here, chat. The capital has fallen, and India. India completely collapses. The red team immediately taking what's them? What's left of them? And what happens to this territory? Well, rebellion. The army troops just there's another one over here. So yeah, China has taken out India. These guys they're just gonna join that alliance. So yeah, they're gonna join, but China's not stopping. They never said they were. I never said they were. Yeah, they want India. They want this front gone. They can focus on the ocean front. And yeah, they're gonna. This is not good. The red team is like cooked here. They're not. They already know this. It's over. They're being overwhelmed. And now the Indian Peninsula has fallen. Yeah, they took those. They're just gonna officially just declare these their islands. And takes this as their own territory. So yeah, that just happened. India's gone. And the world is scared of China, to say the least. Well, back to Russia. Yeah, this ain't good. Yeah, they declare war on the blue team. Immediately taking those guys out. And yeah, they're going to they're gonna start steamrolling here. To take this country before Ukraine so they can circle it. They're gonna try to circle Ukraine. They could take it. So they want to get down to Crimea first. They are successful in this task. In Crimea. Those fall. Now they're just gonna push these guys. It's in a very hard task. That is on the border. So yeah. Yeah, Ukraine's getting cooked. I'll be honest, Ukraine's cooked. Russia even has naval superiority over here, because, well, so yeah, these guys are cooked. Yeah, they fell. Russia is pretty strong at the moment, and they're not stopping. Literally, they're continuing. Like, you might think that they're gonna take it. No, they're taking full advantage of whatever's going on. They're bloodthirsty. This country just dies during their races. So Russia is approaching, well, Europe. No more Middle Europe, and that's concerning for most of the world. But they have a bit of a blister in their side at the moment, which they're taking care of. So the events is on that front stop for now. Yeah, they're cutting two here. Yeah, this is not going too well. Yeah, Russia is taking up north. And all their OG territory is basically gone at this point. Which their green team is not happy about because they're kind of good pals. They've known each other for a long time. Yeah. Very sad day as this country is collapsing. They can no longer hold their weight. There's Russia. It's a tank. They're like the Napoleon France. They're taking everything they want. No one's stopping them. And these guys are fighting to the last breath. But sometimes even to the last breath, they fall. And they have officially fallen. Russia is I think one of the biggest countries in the world. No one knows how they did it, but they did it. They're winning. And the green team is moving up defenses here. Up to here to help defend. But they can't do much against a oncoming. Their capital is being more and more surrounded. So they have to pull out of their offensive almost completely. They've put down their capital. And using momentum, they've pushed back. They're trying to listen to half their troops over there. Half their troops come over here. They're going to deal with Britain and their invasion. This is our final event. The green team capital has fallen. Which is bad news for freedom. And yet they'll fight to the end. So we will see who wins this war, as it's going to be. The next episode is the final of the war. And I think we're going to have an episode of, peace reading. And, giant civil conflict. Well, not giant conflict, but the aftermath of this conflict. And then we'll start our new era, which we will see what it will be. So who will win? Because right now, they're losing in Europe, in Russia, in China, in India, but they're winning everywhere else. So yeah. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one, the final part of this conflict.